This video shows you how to run some basic queries using IBM Cloud SQL Query. In this video, you'll see how to get some data into the Cloud Object Storage by generating it with a streams flow. IBM Watson Studio includes a sample data historian streams flow. And the schema shows that the data is being stored in the Cloud Object Storage as Parquet files in the Data Historian Parquet bucket with the prefix example followed by a timestamp. When you run the flow, the streaming data is captured. Fast forwarding a bit, you can see the steady flow from the sample data set to the first and second aggregation nodes and then into the Cloud Object Storage node. Now let's look at the data in the Cloud Object Storage bucket. The Data Historian Parquet bucket contains the streaming results using the example prefix. Now let's query the data. The first query is a simple select statement. Here's the endpoint for the Data Historian Parquet bucket in the Cloud Object Storage, which you can copy from the buckets list. Included in the SQL URL is example, followed by the wildcard, which indicates all files beginning with example. Parquet is the data format. And lastly, you want to see just the first 10 rows. Now execute the query. The results display at the bottom along with the query details. From here, you can query the results. Note the location for the results, which matches the target location. And you can copy the query text to the editor to modify and rerun the query. The query text includes the into clause, which allows you to specify a different location for the results. The default target bucket is created for you, but if you specify a different location, then you'll need to create that bucket before running the query. Let's run a few more queries. This query looks for rows with the specified longitude and latitude. You can see that the results are in Europe and Asia. This query further refines the data by selecting regions beginning with Europe. This query counts the number of regions in Europe. This query shows the average humidity for regions in Europe. This query homes in on the London region and shows the total rain for the London region. You can group results too. This query returns regions with humidity greater than 80 and groups by region and humidity. Also stored in a Cloud Object Storage bucket is some dimension data. This flagged region CSV file, which you can use to join the two datasets. This query is similar to previous queries, except that it specifies the CSV file and that the data format is CSV. You can see that the data file includes a column containing the ID files found in the streaming data, along with a field containing a Boolean flag. Now let's join these two datasets. This is a more complex query that uses the average, minimum, and maximum aggregates along with the region. It also includes the two datasets to join. The first is the same set of streaming data you've been querying, which in this statement is being named facts. And the second is the dimension data that you just examined, which is being named flag_dimension. This line indicates that the join is on the ID column in both datasets, and you want to return only those rows with the flag set to yes. Lastly, it groups by region. The results show the average, minimum, and maximum humidity grouped by region. And you can go back to the Cloud Object Storage and look at the target bucket. You'll notice that each object includes the prefix, then the job ID. This object indicates the job ran successfully. And this object is the CSV file containing the results of the query, which you can download and view. Now that you have some good queries, you'll next want to operationalize it and use it in an application. For that, you'll use the REST API. You'll find that video in the IBM Watson Data and AI Learning Center.